Okay. My name is Heinz Simonitsch. I'm in Jamaica since 1963. I was before in Bermuda at the Elbow Beach Surf Club, and I have left Half Moon in 2002.
Okay, well, good morning.
Managing director.
Good morning, and thank you very much for taking the time to speak to us today. We're here as the UNWTO gathers in Jamaica for a significant event examining tourism and sustainable tourism in the region. And you think that's a positive development from a political perspective?
I mean, tourism, falsely in the world, is not declared as an export industry. When basically your product is being bought by the consumer, paying for his transportation to come and consume it and paying in foreign exchange. So that we have to live with, unfortunately, because the whole world misunderstands tourism, since tourism is the largest buyer of local products.
And do you think, we've seen the Prime Minister of Jamaica here, the Tourism Minister and Prime Ministers from across the region, do you feel this event will help correct those misunderstandings?
Yeah, I mean, they are finally waking up. I mean, Jamaica is way ahead of the rest of the Caribbean. We need in the Caribbean a force which unites the Spanish, the French, the British, the Dutch islands, because we are basically, we could be a united Caribbean entity like the European Union.
We saw Mr. Bartlett yesterday signing a partnership with the Dominican Republic. Do you think that's going to be a sign of the things to come?
I think it has to come eventually. I mean, we can no longer live in a closed vision future. We can only, the world is going to change so rapidly in the next 10 years. It's frightening when you consider that more and more robots are going to do the work of the human being, and we are now talking about robots which will be cleverer and more intelligent than the human being. Now, what are we going to do with the people? Now, one of the areas where people will hopefully remain in the forefront is tourism.
But some things there are some positive signs. The Caribbean welcomed 25 million guests across the region, so it's still a positive time for the region.
I didn't quite understand that question.
It's still a positive time for tourism in the Caribbean, however. There are 25 million guests for the first time last year. There are some signs of success.
Yeah, I mean, it's tremendous. And Jamaica in particular contributed a large part of the increase, because we were discovered about 15 years ago by the Spanish hotel industry, and they just came in force and made use of our beautiful island with all the attractions which we can offer, other than just a sand and a beach and some mountains. But Jamaica has so much more to offer, and if we ever get the agricultural sector in 100% production, we can supply most of the food to the entire Caribbean.
Okay, it was some very interesting points, and I appreciate you talking to us this morning. Thank you.
Thank you too.